I'm Julia, and this is my last Colossal reflection. Um, so we had our last show last night. The house was packed. It was really exciting and really stressful just because it was like the last show. Um, but this is kind of like the part where I want to tie everything up together because I did learn so much from Colossal and getting to act on stage in like a full length show, which was really new for me. So, for one of my learning outcomes, I chose undertaking new challenges. And the thing that I learned most with that is that I don't have to play specific roles like being typecasted because often whenever I'm casted, it's like as the like little flippant girl who's like um dating all these boys and stuff. And that's like a major typecast. But being casted in Colossal as a football coach really made me change my perspective, and like that's something I'd never done before. And so that is like how I would say that like undertaking new challenges, I really was able to fulfill that because like under the direction of my directors and also Miss Schulte, like just helping me get better at Mom, I'm doing a reflection. And just sorry, and just like getting to be able to um, just embrace a new character. And oh yeah, under the direction of my directors and also Miss Schulte, like getting to lower my register and like speak up and like shoulders back when I'm talking like a coach would, and like shaking off my Julia isms and instead like sitting straight up with like my hands in my pockets or like my hands by my side without my hip cocked, and like just like learning to do new things. Like that's something that I'd never done before, and it was definitely really eye-opening to get to see from a different perspective. Another learning outcome I chose for this was working collaboratively with others. And something that Ava kept saying throughout the whole show was, this show is not about you. It's about everybody on stage as a whole, and it's mainly about the audience. And so getting to work with the cast was definitely a new experience because most of them I didn't know very well. I knew like my grade pretty well, like Tanaka and Natasha and Armia, but and Manogna. But aside from that, like Daniel and Alana and just like Alan and Ava, I didn't know super well. And so getting to work with them and getting to like to know their habits and like how they act and like stuff like that was really really beautiful. Like just getting to like make friends out of people that I didn't think I would be friends with. Um, and it's also kind of bittersweet because now that it's over, kind of like the Breakfast Club, we might talk to each other, and but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't keep in contact as much, just because I know that they're seniors and they're busy, and Alana is a sophomore, or she's a freshman, and she needs to like focus on high school because she has her whole high school career ahead of her. So yeah, so getting to work with them, it definitely taught me a lot about myself also, like just listening and understanding whenever people talk, and like being able to connect like what people do with what they're feeling, and like how I can help them, and like how a team should be there for each other, and like always lift each other up. um, so that's how I would say that I learned a lot about working collaboratively with others. Also, like throughout the whole process of the play, just like doing a bunch of teamwork and team building skills and stuff like that. That really helped because now, like whenever I do my senior short, which I'm really excited for, I'll be able to put in some of those teamwork things and like make sure that my cast is not just a cast of like individuals, but a cast that is a team and like that loves each other. Um, Another thing, the last learning outcome I chose for this was show perseverance and commitment. Um, the reason I chose that is that this is a full length show and it's very long. Last night, Daniel pointed out that we had been working on the show for 113 days. And that's a really long time. And it was definitely hard. Sometimes I like thought like, man, like I am so tired. Like, not necessarily like, oh man, I have rehearsal, but man, I would just be so tired that I would be like, oh man, I wish I could just drop. But I'm so glad I didn't, because I would not trade this experience for anything. It was so fun and so rewarding and just getting to persevere and like stay through this and like finish it all the way to the end and like giving my best each and every show and each and every rehearsal and stuff like that. Just like I'm glad I was able to do that, and that's something I learned a lot about too, is that like you can't just quit when things get hard, and that's like definitely something that speaks to me. On top of all of that, I would say, I'm sorry. Okay, trying to look at the reflection sheet. On top of that, I would say that being involved in this, I felt so special because I've never really been that great at acting. I'm not really still very good at acting, but it was definitely shocking whenever I found out I got into Alan and Ava's play, just because I know that they're amazing directors. And I was very surprised that I was casted in their show. And that brought me a lot of confidence and made me feel very special, and made me feel very honored to be in their play as well. This play means so much to me because like they are my family, and they're so kind, and like last night we were talking about what's the best moment of Colossal that you can remember, and I said, well, before every rehearsal we would do good and meh, which is where you say one good thing about your day and one thing that was like or like sad or like the worst part of your day. And so the first rehearsal, I remember coming in and everybody being like, oh, my good was physics, my bad was I had a test or something. And now whenever we get together for good and meh, we like go on and on about like the good and the meh, and like we're very open with each other, and that is just something that I think symbolized the growth that we had as a cast and stuff like that. So I would say that that was like the moment that I knew that like Colossal had succeeded. Like we had not just become a team on the stage, but also off the stage. So last night we also talked about how this would apply to our lives, and I said last night that, how do I want to say this? Last night we talked about how the show must go wrong. Okay, Ava would say that before every show. The show must go wrong. Not the show must go on, but the show must go wrong. And that was just a way that, like, it really hit me that, like, no matter what happened, we would be fine. We would pull back from it. We would make it through to the end of the show, and people would love it. And it was like knowing that in life things are going to go wrong, but you can't just sit around and watch them go wrong and be like, oh, well, they're wrong now, great, my life's screwed. Like, you have to take that with and just like, you have to take the wrong situations and make them better. And that's something that I guess I learned, and that I am going to take into my real life and stuff. So yeah, Colossal was great. It was awesome. I loved getting to play the part of Coach, and I will definitely miss it. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and weekend that we had a rehearsal, I'll say, man, I wish I was at rehearsal. But yeah, thanks Colossal. It was great. I loved it. So